Chequele que mi gente de Canadá, tú sabes cómo yo soy. Ni-ni-ni-knotch. Ahora mismo tú estás mirando T.O. Latino. Bueno. How I got started in music basically came from my father, who was a bass player for a reggae band. And my father always had musical appreciation hours with me and played a lot of different music. He played reggae music, R&B music, Latin music, and he always taught me to listen for the catchiness in melodies, listen for the pain, listen for the heart in a performer, or listen to the music to hear the pain in the musician. And I started out in music with a group named Born Americans. We had like a 5-year run, 2 albums. We mixed reggae and hip hop together. And then when we broke up, I went solo. I went to Jamaica and recorded a lot of independent records. And I ran into a record called Ay Que Bueno. And I recorded in Jamaica first, went to Puerto Rico second for a leisure trip. And I got introduced to reggaeton. And from there, Ay Que Bueno became a reggaeton song. And ever since then, it's just been history. I've been involved with the Latin market. From all your roots, why did you choose Spanish? Well, I wouldn't say Knotch chose to do Spanish. I think Spanish chose me. Because all my life, I've been around Puerto Rican friends. Growing up at a bilingual elementary school in Hartford, Connecticut, all the girlfriends that I had were Puerto Rican or Latin. I think I was driving in my hometown one night and I saw a young lady who I admired when I was in elementary school. And she looked like she went the other way. So I wanted to write a song about the pain I felt seeing her, you know, be up and then go down. And I came up with a song called Rosalinda. I picked my first rose in kindergarten, Daisy, a jasmine, lily, and Carmen. But out of all of them, I only had fallen in love with a Rosalinda. You already know that's a pretty rose that you hold in your hand for the world to know. From the bricks to the burbs to the barrio, yo, she is my Rosalinda. Everybody was going crazy over Daisy and Little Lee. Had my eyes on her Rosalinda, and she had her eyes on me. And ever since she rose from the ground, made my heart pound. Now everyone around knows she is my Rosalinda. Rosalinda, we leaving tomorrow. Rosa, don't tell Pablo. Rosa, we leaving tomorrow. Estoy esperando. Now, being in this kind of environment, and I guess having been in music for so many years, what you have found has been the biggest hurdle you've had to cross? I think for the last umpteen years I've been in the music business, I think the hardest hurdle that I've had to encounter with is that I'm competing with myself. Every time I come on, I have to reinvent myself. I have to compete against the old me. I have to compete against my competitors that's putting on new music, that has fresher ideas. They may be younger, but I'm always competing against them to compete against myself. And whoever gets behind me and blows me up, I always end up having to compete against them as well. So it's just a non-stop, 24-hour competitive, always on my toes, always with my guards up. Did you ever expect that your smash hit single, Ay Que Bueno, will become so huge? And how has that impacted you as a person? I had no idea that Ay Que Bueno record would be so huge as it was. It came out in 2003, organically. The DJ started playing it. I serviced it a little bit here and there, and it just caught on. And I think at the time it was just good timing. It was before the reggaeton movement really took off here in the Americas, really big. That song took me all around the world. It took me from Spain to Russia. It's taken me to Ecuador. It's taken me to Central America. It's taken me to places that I never thought I would end up going to. What would you say has been the most memorable moment so far in your career? I'd say I've run into fans who I never thought would be my fan, because I ran into a fan who was deaf, who doesn't hear music but feels music. And my voice is very high and happy. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes it doesn't sound as painful and as bassy to make even a deaf person feel it. So I think running into a fan that was hard of hearing was like a memorable moment for me. And just getting people that don't normally know how to sing in Jamaican dialect or sing in the Spanish dialect, that resist wanting to learn a new language, when they hear my music and they find themselves wanting to sing along with it. And when I'm performing live, when they sing along with me, even though they don't understand the words, those are the memorable moments for me. Do you find it hard with the language? Yes, I find it very hard, because the Latino music and the language has a lot of heringosas, you know, a lot of things you could play off of. But I worked with a great guy by the name of Nes Escalona from Panama, and I worked with another great guy by the name of Mr. Philip Gago, man, they call him, out of the Looney Tune camp. And they had the same kind of background as me. You know, they had Jamaican in them, they had Barbadian in them, they had Trinidadian in them, Puerto Rican in them. So it was easy for them to mix the languages together to make it work out. They helped me with the patois and the Spanish. When it comes to sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the music business, I'm like a nerd. Everybody expects, because my family's from Jamaica, that I'm supposed to fumando marijuana. They expect me to be involved with a lot of groupies after shows. They expect me to have a lot of addictions that most artists use as a bench to cope, because it is a real high pressure job. But I live in an actuality show. I don't live in a reality show. You know, when the cameras are on, that's a reality show. But when the cameras are on, I'm living my actuality life. So I just stare reality right in his face and deal with all my problems head on, without the bottle, without binging on a cigarette, or without binging on depending on the opposite sex to try to get by. Knotch's future plans is to continue this movement that I've been on for the longest, to keep on trying to, you know, unify people that normally don't see themselves as being similar through language or through culture, that's divided by land, water, that's divided by skin color, just to make them see the similarities.
Now, how can people reach you?
People can reach me at notchonline.com or myspace.com/notchonline. Yo soy ni-ni-ni-knotch, ya tú sabes, sabes. Mi gente, tú sabes cómo es. Está mirando mi nuevo video, se llama ¿Qué te pica, te pica, te pica? T.O. Latino, televisión. Cheque.
Oye, Nat, ¿qué es lo que? Tú estás adelante con esta muchachanga. Ella lo que me dice que le pica. Coño, tírale un merenguito, estilo jamaiquino, encendido, loco. Explícame qué es lo que. Móntale a esta gente.
First you turn me on, then you say you can't, then you say you're not. But girl, just give me a chance. It's like you love to fly, like you know I've no man. You make me want to believe, but girl, you just a tease. Que te pica, te pica, te pica. You make it weaker, and weaker, and weaker. Your pretty physique, the lengua y te speaker. You se frica chica when you move your caderita. You just a provocar, me figure like bad. Mamita chula, me you can't go try and intimidate. And if you throw it for me, not go see that low away. Me happy for you, so me not no time for lele. So dale trabajo, camise dale trabajo, camise dale trabajo, hey dale trabajo, camise dale trabajo, camise dale trabajo, camise tú estás bien bonita when you move your caderita. Que te pica, te pica, te pica. You make it weaker, and weaker, and weaker. You pretty physique, the lengua y te speaker. You se frica chica when you move your caderita. Tú estás bien bonita with your physique. It make me weaker when me dig a little deeper. Tú malas mañas, yo twin it wanga. A mi ana spell, yo voy a caer. Angolongolong voy a bacamise, golongolong voy a bacamise, golongolong voy a bacamise, golongolong voy a bacamise, golongolong voy a bacamise. Tú estás bien bonita when you move your caderita. Te pica, te pica, te pica. You make it weaker, and weaker, and weaker. You pretty physique, the lengua y te speaker. You the chica frica when you move your caderita. Oh, que te pica, boy, que te pica. Boy, make me weaker, mi linda dominicanita, chulita, bonita, sonteja, desde la pichaera, de morena, quisqueyana, dominicana. Se habla son Don Chihuahua, long son, Brugala, ron con Chanel, long election time, con competition, get no, dale mula, presidente, and Juango Culto. So dale trabajo, camise, dale trabajo, si fuera con el debajo, negra que yo me bajo, si miedo me trabajo, camise, dale trabajo, con esa cinturita tú me pones mal. Mira que te pica, mira que te pica, mira que te pica. Ella le gusta cuando yo le meto lento. She run a finger like a yo-yo. Me want to take it up, but she said that's a no-no. She whispering in my ears and tell me all kind of.
Nuevamente les recuerdo que no se olviden de visitar nuestro website a www.teolatinotv.com. Ya regresamos.